So Pikalugia said it, Osha said it, Freddy said it, Noxu said it. At this point, everyone's saying it. What on earth are they doing wrong at this point? Again, and again, and again, and again. Let's be fair and not go into this review with a judgmental mindset. So, clear your mind and let's pretend we didn't know who the developers were, nor what they were actually capable of. But anyway, for a PC game, these are some of the bare minimum that you would require. You need to be able to change your controls. You need to be able to change your resolution. Your mouse more than not controls the direction of the character. Your UI must be seamless. The shortcuts for the UI must be on the keyboard. You must have visual cues for when your mouse and the game interact in some degree. If the mouse is on main input, the sensitivity should be changeable. If a battle pass is included, at least 30% of it should be grindable for 2 full battle passes to allow you to at least maybe buy 1 battle pass. This is not for every game, but it's at least a secondary requirement. You should be able to disable VSync or maybe set your FPS to different levels. And last but not least, you should have a detailed graphics editor. For example, turning off bloom or special effects or VSync or background or 3D effects, etc, etc. There would be way more. However, based on the fact that this game is in what? Alpha, Beta, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot? I'm not quite sure how to judge it because the game is already in season 2 or 3 with tons of in-app purchases already, so I'll give it the judgment of a game that has these features, which most or not would not be in alpha or beta. But who am I to judge? I am not a game developer, am I? So going over the points from before, the bare minimum specs, you cannot change your controls. And the controls that are defaulted are the worst controls ever for anything within this game's genre as a social, almost sandbox economy game. With resolution, well, no, you're not exactly able to change that. It's just full screen to whatever resolution you've got. Almost like a ported mobile game. The PCification was not actually done. The mouse in a genre such as a social sandbox MMO would normally be what aims the character's direction by either a click or aiming it in general. And in 3D games like Minecraft, you just look with your mouse. But in Nexus, the mouse is used almost as a finger just to click different menus. It has almost no interaction whatsoever with the game otherwise. I said seamless UI understanding, but the UI buttons are very confusing. Why is my inventory, world menu, friend list, battle pass, store, and settings in my escape menu? The settings and store maybe, but then why does the world menu open a whole new menu that allows me to go to other worlds or visit my currently built worlds or my built worlds? Then the friend tab is a whole new menu that allows me to see who's in the world, my friends, and my messages. Why is there so many subtabs within one escape menu? There's more UI and menu issues I could point out. However, it's plain and simple that this is just no thought placed on putting a PC UI together, as everything here is basically from mobile. But even then, that means those who were playing on mobile must have been really confused at times trying to do the bare minimum of even trading, much less, or even finding an item in their inventory to recycle. Oh my god, the UI shortcuts. Pixel Worlds has it, Growtopia has it, Terraria has it. Every sandbox MMO game has it. This is a basic feature for literally every genre of PC game. Yet the PC keybinds available are forced onto you by the development team, with them being the worst keys for the use case as possible. Who uses ALT to punch? The main menu has a visual cue going over the text menu, which is wonderful. I'm not saying that's bad, it's actually really amazing. However, for everything else, where'd it go? The inventory, the trade, interacting. Did they forget that this is the PC build and I have a mouse available for input too? Come on man, snap. In my playthrough at some point, you may notice input delay and lag delay. Whilst this could be the fact that this temporary PC has limited graphical power, I've got 18GB of RAM, a pretty good CPU, stable Wi-Fi connection, and this PC runs Valorant at 100 plus frames. Keep in mind, Valorant is a way more demanding game, yet the bare minimum of being able to run without having this input lag this bad is actually annoying to a PC player. Having to calculate within your head before you move what the game is doing, what your character will be doing, and what your fingers will be doing in order to subdue what the game is going to be doing. It's not fun. This is not
Geometry Cache.
There's a battle pass in alpha. This is alpha, right? Oh wait, no, this is not alpha. This is early access. So aside from the fact that the battle pass is quite expensive, the battle pass is released in early access before the game has actual content. Why is it not actually grindable to allow basically 2 free passes section to actually buy 1 battle pass? Why? Genuinely, why? Why is the battle pass set to not be able to grind continuously? Why is there a limit on how much you can actually gain within the battle pass? Who decided that was a good idea? It almost feels like they're saying, give us more money. More, doesn't it? The amount of PC games that have no FPS changer or no ability to disable VSync is quite small. However, with this being a game of its genre, a 3D game as well with such graphics, most high-end PC players would be playing this with a GPU capable of such. Yet you're either locking them to 30 FPS, 60 FPS, or max. Max meaning it's most likely just letting it loose, not stabilizing the FPS to a limit which the player could set. Oh wait, they can't set their own FPS limit. In PC games, there's various optimization that the player should be able to do. The base being graphic customization. And all I'm able to do is turn graphics down like a mobile game. Low, medium, high, ultra. This game is for desktop, yet this is all I'm able to do. Quality of life should be early up whilst you're in the process of early access, so the community enjoys the game as they see it develop before their eyes. So whilst typing the script earlier, I remember they released a roadmap. And well, this is obviously what they want to be in the game and it is subjected to change. However, based on what I'm seeing in February 2025, the features being added are content we would have desired to see built up in early access, yes. However, why is there so much in-app purchases? Especially with the funding as large as the company got. Why are there so many items that are so expensive? And not to mention, 2 seasons have already passed? and gone wild on mobile, by the way. Keep in mind they use NCB items quite a lot, NCB being never coming back items, forcing players to either play the game while it's terrible and not enjoy themselves, but buy something where they have no assurance that the game is actually going to make it out of early access, or you just regret and not play it or not join and miss out, which is playing on FOMO, as Pikalugia said, fear of missing out. You don't want to miss out, but you do miss out. And additional to that, as this game has a real money market in the future, you will be missing out on a nice cash grab for you as a player in the future, which is also a terrible way to have the game in early access, not even alpha, beta, or even Charlie. This game is not good for early access. Some may say this judgment is hard due to them being an indie game studio. However, based on a Google research or prior knowledge or experiences with these developers or the staff team or whatever you want to call it, the previous team of Kokori Mobile Entertainment, multi-award winning mobile game development indie game studio with millions and millions to their name, tons of experience with the community, management on both mobile and PC, and if I'm not mistaken, one of their prior games were available on console, so that would make them knowledgeable on all three platforms. However, everyone leaving to join the previous owner, Kim Soares, to a new company to make more money. Does that not sound like an Indian tech scammer closing down a call center to open up a new call center and a new name to scam a few million more Americans to rinse and repeat that process again for more money? I have actually had several indie game developers reach out to me via Gmail and or Discord. You know what they all have in common? They listen to their community and make changes as they develop, share ideas and use feedback to better their game for the betterment of the community and themselves. This by default have both the developers and the players' best interest at heart. And this makes the best income for the developers in the future. And in this case, with this game for Social First being a real money market capable game, the best of both worlds would occur. Benefit for the players in terms of income and the development team. But from what I'm seeing with Nexus Station or Social First developers now, it seems they genuinely don't care too much about what the community feels, as they're doing things to test what the community thinks and change them in the most antagonistic way possible to maximize user time, user spending, and almost like it's minimizing development time for a short period of time by quote unquote fixing things that don't need to be fixed and refusing to fix other things that the community is begging to be fixed. Just in case my takes were too harsh or too cold, what do other creators have to say about this? Let's just hear at least a few seconds of their thoughts as well.
$20 banana. Remember when you could visit the local game shop and pay $20 for a full game? Not happening anymore. Nowadays, $20 gets you an in-game banana costume.
So it seems like the developers of Nexus Station are not learning from their mistakes because they have just done something incredibly stupid again.
Social First Studio has a year maximum to get their shit together. Otherwise, people are gonna simply cash out from lingering promises or just give up as a whole. Or maybe they'll lose the entire community or the respect of the community which they carefully cultivated back in Kokori Mobile Entertainment. This video really took a long time to edit. But anyway, I hope you like it. If you've made it to the end, what are your thoughts on Nexus Station and the way Social First Studios is treating their community and their game? Do you like it or do you not?